Welcome to the mix, everybody. We have an interesting first story here. Love this story. Okay, there is a pair of on-air personalities in the Philly news market at CBS, the meteorologist and the anchor. We are totally calling them out here. They cannot stand each other.
At least it would appear that way. Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
Just say what it is.
Nicole Brewer is the anchor. Carol Erickson is the meteorologist. And these supposed to be subtle barbs at each other have gone way out of hand. Just take a listen to some of this stuff.
I brought you a blueberry muffin.
Thank you.
I'm told that a way to a woman's heart is through food, apparently.
Yes.
Or wait, was that jewelry?
Everybody keeps bringing me food. I'm expecting a whole Sunday roast to come to the door.
That was my thing. I'm like, how do I follow that? I mean, I gotta bring her something, and
I'm just gonna hold it.
My
My mini muffin.
It was a joke. I did the satellite with you for the Nanny Diaries, where I made fun of you for what you were wearing. Apparently, it's like everybody's favorite interview that I've ever done.
What was I wearing?
Like a McFlurry. It reminded me of a milkshake.
Oh, right. It was like an Oreo McFlurry.
Yeah, Oreo, yeah.
I know. I remember that. Oh, it's you.
It was me. I don't know if I want to bring that up. So I thought maybe we could help out men everywhere, because I want to be Javier. I mean, he's so smooth and suave. He walks across the room and tells. I mean, is a no games approach, or just the confidence the way to go? Is it?
Are you asking me how to pick
Well, you're a
up
woman,
two women
and you're one of the top women, desirable women in the world, according to various magazines.
I just pay them off.
Is that what it
Every
is?
year, it's annual payments.
That's the sequel. So
Yes.
it checks to Maxim magazine.
That's right.
Top,
Yes.
Top 100. The more you pay, the higher up you
I
go.
buy all the ad space.
Okay, exactly.
Yes. Confidence is certainly very attractive, I think. And, obviously Javier is just, I think it's his eyes. It's his, he's really tall and big. And, of course, the red satin shirt he wears in the scene you need a red satin shirt.
Red. Oh, see, I thought black was it. Mysterious.
But that's not satin.
No?
It needs to be shiny and red.
All right. I'm going to remember that one.
Yeah.
You can't ask for a better description of a character, starring acting in a 12-minute film that she wrote and she hated. I'm like, this is the perfect description of a character
Yeah.
that we ever did. And I just love the writing in this film.
Yes, of course, Woody's writing is always fantastic. And anytime I read his scripts, it's always just I always look forward to reading the script. It's one of the most exciting things is getting the script and just saying, oh, God, what has he got in here for me,
And especially in the script, does authentic love give life meaning? Do you think that's true?
Yeah, probably in a certain, it probably gives life purpose, definitely. Yeah, I think so.
Everybody's talking about how great this film, the scenery and the places you filmed at, and it was so weird because I didn't even notice any of that stuff because I was so into the characters and what was going on, except for the amusement park. I'm like, I want to go to that amusement park.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful amusement park, and I think that it may have been there, right, maybe before Tivoli. I know it's really old. It's a really old amusement park, and it was really cool. They had all of this big guest book, and all of these people had signed it, and it was like Walt Disney, and all of these people had been there. So, it must have been in some way a model for Walt Disney, and it was really, really charming.
What was the last time prior to this film that you went bike riding? Because I love that scene where you're bike riding with the cast.
I haven't been on a bike in so long, and every time I go on a bike, I'm just like, oh God, when you get off, you're like, I gotta ride more. I just gotta get my bike seat back, and you never really do. I went riding a couple of months ago. I was in Gloucester, right by Boston on the coast or whatever, and God, it was beautiful, but it was so painful. Wow.
It's all about the seat, finding a good seat.
It was all about the seat. It was the seat was made out of hard nails and bad wishes. It was just this awful, awful seat. Really.
Tell me you just love Patricia Clarkson. I love her. Isn't she the greatest?
She's the best. Yes, I just love her. I can say that. She's so great. She's such a good actor, and she's fantastic. I want to work with her constantly, and I hope I get to work with her again. She's wonderful.
So the next time, red satin shirt, right?
Red satin shirt?
You will see that next time we talk.
Well, I don't remember saying that.
Okay.
I say some stupid things, but
all right. Misquoted then.
But in some sense, I guess that's true because you had the physical demands, you have the dramatic demands, a demand for great research going into serious literature. You don't want to screw that up. Right. And you have dialect. I guess you have to throw everything into this one, in a way.
Right.
Which part did you find the most challenging? Because the scope of this film is pretty impressive.
It's huge, huge, and that's to Wolfgang Petersen's credit. He does it big.
Right.
He does it big. But as far as, it was more, I guess, just balancing it. I didn't have a day where I focused on one without the other. It was a full day of 6, 7 months going into it of
Right.
fight, study, speak, fight.
Yeah. Now, Achilles obviously is a man whose reputation precedes him. Is that somewhat daunting when you're creating such an historical figure?
No, actually, it's easier because there's so much research there to peruse. So, because there's been so much dissection of the character, there's a lot to draw on and a lot to personalize.
Right.
Yeah.
I know you as a fairly reserved and humble man.
Okay, some days.
Is arrogance a difficult emotion for you to play?
Actually, you know, I went back to O'Toole's Lawrence of Arabia. No one does it better.
Right.
In the first half of that film, he carries arrogance with such charm. No one does it better. I don't think we got the charm aspect of it here, but
Right.
you know.
Now, there's such a great rivalry between Achilles and Hector.
Yeah.
How did that dynamic work between you and Eric Bana?
Well, I first came on board, and with Wolfgang and our discussions, anyways, was exactly that. We need a heavyweight for Hector. We need that force, and we immediately went to Bana after seeing Chopper, which is to me as good as it gets, and as good a performance as anything De Niro's done. It's that good, and therein we felt like we had it. We really had it. So there's a great respect there that's needed, but you're also, you know, you as I say, you're dealing with a heavyweight. So.
Right. Were you feeling a little vulnerable in the skirt?
I like a skirt. I have no
He
problems
said
with
that
a skirt.
too. What is it with you guys?
Try it. You'll see the light. You'll feel it too.
I bet.
Yeah.
Too funny.
He's a good egg, that Bana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's good. Most people are familiar with the names in this story, but how are you guys able to make this relevant to today's audience, do you think?
That's not hard. That's not hard at all. You look at the themes Homer was dealing with, and it's a bit almost disheartening to read that we're pretty much dealing with the same themes today.
Right.
And so you know, that was no stretch.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, it's kind of the ultimate irony, your injury on set. I mean...
Yeah, it's kind of the ultimate stupidity.
How did you hurt your Achilles heel?
Just wear and tear, you know, fighting on sand for months on end. Finally gave out.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fight scenes were pretty cool, though.
I think they're fantastic.
Yeah.
This is Simon Crane, who came from Private Ryan and Braveheart, and he raised the bar again on this one.
What I tell you. What I tell you. Well, there is an update. Apparently, CBS's VP of Public Affairs has come out to say that this was edited grossly out of context. We should say we also edited a little bit ourselves, but if you go online and you look it up yourself, it is awful.
I don't
Worse
think it
than
takes
what
a
we
brain
showed
surgeon
you.
to figure out those two are not too fond of it.
Carol and Nicole are professional broadcasters who have great respect for each other and happen to be the closest of colleagues, both inside and outside the office.
Spin.
At least we're not like that.
At least not except for this morning, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Музыка, которая объединяет людей, вот, музыка для большой арены. Как сказать, музыка позитива всегда, музыка любимый мой, я бы сказал. То есть люди всегда затянут руки к танцполам, лазеру. То есть все великолепно, все позитивно. Мало людей, очень мало людей, когда мы музыки. Очень мало. Очень мало дорог, да. Очень мало. Беспонтовая музыка. На самом деле, очень плохая музыка. Я думал, намного лучше будет это все. И очень плохая музыка, очень плохая музыка. Я думал, намного лучше это все будет. Сколько раз сюда ходил, было намного лучше, но на этот раз как-то не удалось. Во-первых, народу мало, музыка не очень. Направление? Какое направление?
Nicely done.
We deserve an Academy Award.
That was one take, by the way.
How did we do, America?
How about it?
By the way, that is not how it works around here. We are not Carol, whatever her name is, and Nicole over there at CBS in Philly.
And if we were, you just don't show it, no matter what. You can't do that.
Sind Sie bereit?
2 Tage später Trapps legendäre 3 Minuten und 30 Sekunden.
Stellen mir die Frage, wenn Ohren auf den Tisch legt in meine Wörter, bitte. Es gibt den Moment, diese Mannschaft, wo einige Spieler vergessen, ihnen Profi, was sie sind. Ich lese nicht sehr viele Zeitungen, aber ich habe gehört, viele Situationen. Erstens, wir haben nicht offensiv gespielt. Es gibt keine deutsche Mannschaft, spielt offensiv oder dynamisch offensiv wie Bayern. Letztes Spiel hatten wir im Platz 3 Spitzen. Elber, Janka und Ziegler. Wir müssen nicht vergessen Ziegler. Ziegler ist eine Spitze mehr Mehmet und mehr Basler. Ist klar, diese Wörter, ist möglich, verstehe, was ich habe gesagt. Dann, offensiv. Offensiv ist, wie machen wir im Platz. Zweite. Ich habe erklärt, mit diesen 2 Spielern, nach Dortmund brauche vielleicht Halbzeit der Pause. Ich habe auch andere Mannschaften gesehen in Europa, nach diesem Mittwoch. Ich habe gesehen auch 2 Tage de Training. Ein Trainer ist ein Idiot. Ein Trainer sieht, was passiert im Platz. Es gibt Spieler wie 2 oder 3, diese Spieler waren schwach wie eine Flasche leer. Haben Sie gesehen Mittwoch? Welche Mannschaft hat gespielt Mittwoch? Hat gespielt Mehmet? Oder hat gespielt Balder? Oder hat gespielt Trapattoni? Diese Spieler beklagen mehr als Spiel. Wissen Sie, warum die Italien-Mannschaft kaufen nicht diese Spieler? Weil wir haben gesehen, viel Male zum Spiel. Aber gesagt, sie nicht spielen für die italienischen Meisters. Strunz ist 2 Jahre hier, hat gespielt, sein Spiel. Ist immer verletzt. Was erlaubt Strunz? Letzte Jahre Meister geworden mit Amann, Nerlinger. Diese Spieler waren Spieler. Er war Meister geworden. Ist immer verletzt. Hat gespielt 25 Spiele in dieser Mannschaft, in diesem Verein. Muss er respektieren die anderen Kollegen. Aber viele nette Kollegen. Stellen Sie den Kollegen die Frage. Haben keine Mut antworten. Aber ich weiß, was denken über diese Spieler. Müssen sagen, yes, ich will Samstag, diese Spieler müssen, sagen mich, es seien die Fans, müssen alleine das Spiel gewinnen. Müssen alleine das Spiel gewinnen. Ich bin müde jetzt, erwarte diese Spieler, verteidige diese Spieler. Ich habe immer die Schuld über diese Spieler. Einer ist Mario, einer ist andere Mehmet. Strunz, ich spreche nicht, hat gespielt nur 25% des Spiels. Ich habe fertig. Wenn ihr es klar fragen, ich kann Worte wiederholen.
Worte, die Fußballgeschichte schrieben, nichts war mehr wie zuvor.